Everybody, today we are going to study about the normal gastrointestinal embryology. First date for the USMLE step 1 2025. So here we have the three sections we need to cover, that is the foregut, midgut and hindgut. The foregut is from the esophagus to the duodenum at the level of the pancreatic duct and the common bile duct insertion ampulla of water. So here we can see this is the esophagus here over here, and this is the point we are referring here, the ampulla of water. So here we can see this is the common bile duct and this is the main pancreatic duct. These both are joining over here, and from this position to the above, this is what we call the foregut. So the next thing is that the 4 to 6 week of development, stomach rotates 90-degree clockwise. So what does this tell you? That it moves 90-degree clockwise. Actually, originally stomach is like this. This is the position of stomach. Now it is moving 90 degrees, so it forms the this shape. This is the position it gets after rotating 90-degree clockwise. Here 90-degree clockwise is very important. The next thing is the left vagus become anteriorly positioned and the right vagus become posteriorly positioned. So this is also happens due to the rotation of the stomach clockwise. Here you can see that there it is the left vagus nerve and this is the right. This is left, this is right. When the stomach moves 90-degree clockwise, the left becomes anteriorly positioned and the right becomes posteriorly positioned. Now the midgut. The midgut is from the lower duodenum to the proximal 2/3 of the transverse colon. So this is the lower part of the duodenum and this is the transverse colon. It is connecting from this point to this. So we have till the 2/3. This is the 2/3. We are having the midgut from the this lower duodenum to the proximal 2/3 of the transverse colon. 6 week of development, physiological herniation of the midgut through the umbilical ring. So I want to show you the umbilical ring. Here is the embryonic structure. This is the umbilical ring, and you can see that this is the yolk sac, this is the omphallomesenteric duct, and it is connecting to the midgut position of the fetus here. So here it is written that to the yolk sac and the midgut are connected by the vital line omphallomesenteric duct. So this is the duct which is connecting the yolk sac and the midgut, and this is the position we are having the physiological herniation. So the next thing is the 10th week of development, returns to the abdominal cavity, rotating around the superior mesenteric artery. So here this is the superior mesenteric artery which supplies the midgut over here, and it is saying that at the 10th week this physiological herniation which is occurring at this point is returning back to its original position. Next it is written that 270-degree counterclockwise is the overall rotation, which is the consisting of the 90-degree before the 10th week and remaining 180-degree in the 10th week. So this is the 2 point you need to remember, that what is the rotation of the midgut. The rotation is 90-degree before 10th week and 180-degree in the 10th week. So it totally in the total it moves like 270-degree counterclockwise to orient itself in the physiological position. The next thing is that hindgut. The hindgut is from the distal 1/3 of the transverse colon to the anal canal above the pectinate line. So these are the hindgut derivatives. So this is the transverse 1/3, distal 1/3 of the transverse colon, and this is the anal canal before the pectinate line. You know there is a pectinate line which divides the anal canal. So the hindgut is from the transverse 1/3 transverse colon to the pectinate line here. Now I want to explain this picture over here. What is this picture signifying? So here you can see the blue area over here. It is the, what is it? It's the foregut. Now the yellow one is the midgut. The orange one is the hindgut. So this is the picture, and the other picture is over here. It is the pharyngeal orange because it has no part in the formation of the foregut, midgut or hindgut. So it is the separate thing. The next thing is the foregut, midgut and hindgut. It is colored in the same thing, blue, yellow and the orange color. And the important thing is that the aorta is the main artery over here, celiac trunk is supplying the foregut over here, superior mesenteric artery is supplying the midgut, and the inferior mesenteric artery is supplying the hindgut. So it is very easy to remember that superior and inferior is supplying the midgut and hindgut. Now only one area is left, which is the foregut, which is supplied with the celiac trunk. Hope you guys understand about this normal gastrointestinal embryology. Thank you.